Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you to another live edition of the Dr. Glidden Show, where the enlightened come for real answers to real health conditions. According to the World Heart Federation, heart disease claims 8.6 million women's lives a year. 8.6 million women's lives a year. And that is a lot. 8.6 million women die from heart disease while they are under the care of conventional medicine. And nobody asks the question, what's going on? Nobody asks the question, why are conventionally trained medical doctors so unbelievably incompetent at what they do? And how is it possible for heart disease to remain the third leading cause of death, after $20 billion a year of statin drugs, cholesterol-lowering statin drugs, fat-free diets, and exercise? How is it possible for this situation to continue to exist in the modern world? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that the reason that it exists is simply because of the monopoly, and for no other reason. It is the monopoly of the medical market that has existed for the last 100 years that has led to this situation. When you don't have a free market, when the market is monopolized by one organization, one professional organization, one system, then they can do whatever they want to do, and nobody can hold their feet to the fire because they hold all the cards. There's nobody on the playing field with them. They're playing with themselves. Yes, I said it out loud. The MDs are playing with themselves. This is perhaps an interesting thing to talk about, but it is the situation that we find ourselves in. 8.5 million women. It kills a third of women worldwide. A third of women worldwide. A third of women worldwide. For goodness sakes. Combining cancer, tuberculosis, HIV, AIDS, malaria, you add all those together and it doesn't even come close to the number of women dying from heart disease. Doesn't even come close to the number of women dying from heart disease. And what do? We make another medical insurance premium payment. We write another check every month to our medical insurance provider so that we can have access to the system of medicine under whose tutelage and care and protection a third of women worldwide die from heart disease. Heart disease. You've got to be kidding me. Meanwhile, acupuncturists, naturopaths, homeopaths have remarkable success with heart disease of all ilks, and yet we don't get the public forum. As a matter of fact, naturopathic medicine is despised. It's demagogued. Naturopathic medicine currently only legal to be practiced in 18 states. I guess the laws of anatomy and physiology change when you cross state lines. Because of the lack of a free medical market, it is possible for an inferior system, the allopathic MD pharmaceutical system, to persist. And that is what's happening here. And this cultural myth of the superiority of the MD over every other type of medicine is so intense that even when a third of women worldwide die because of heart disease, that other professions have relatively no problem helping people get on the other side of, nobody gets upset. Nobody blinks an eyelash. There's no congressional hearings. There are no rallies. Where's the Billion Woman Rally? The Billion Woman March on Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah, we're going to march for the cure for cancer. How's that working for you? Not so well. we continue to give the profession that has let us down money in order to come up with a miracle cure, because once upon a time in the 1920s, they did come up with a miracle cure, penicillin. It was remarkable. But then that methodology, the discovery of that substance, put the MDs on the fast track in the wrong direction, because once they discovered that, they incorrectly assumed that there could be a miracle cure, a miracle pill for everything, right? Able to eliminate infections with penicillin, well, then we're able to eliminate heart disease with something else, a drug. Able to eliminate arthritis with something else, a drug, right? No, well, wrong. It's incorrect. And by the way, how's that penicillin thing working out for you? Not so well anymore due to the enormous rise of antibiotic-resistant bacterial infections. But in the monopoly, which is inhabited, populated by cowardly, intellectual cowards, social cowards, the mythology persists because nobody inside the medical profession questions the legitimacy of the treatment. You would think that the MDs would all band together because they didn't become medical doctors. They didn't join the profession of medicine because they were sadistic or because they were money grubbers. Well, maybe some of them did. But I would gainsay that most did it because they actually were, in fact, wanting to help people. But when they pay all of that money and give all of that time to their profession, to learn to do what they practice, even when they see it fail, even when they see it harm, even when they see it kill, even when they see it bankrupt, they don't raise a ruckus. Either because they're completely hypnotized by their own methodology, they're a victim of their own propaganda. They think that if they can't figure it out, nobody can figure it out. Therefore, heart disease remains an inscrutable thing. We can't figure it out. It's too complicated. We need a supercomputer to figure it out. Either they actually believe that, or they're just cowards. Because they don't want to admit the simple fact. And this is what everybody needs to just belly on up to the bar and suck it up and admit. Conventionally trained MDs, trained inside of the paradigm of allopathic reductionism. Your medical doctor is not trained in medicine. Your medical doctor is trained in allopathic reductionistic medicine. It's time that we all just agreed that allopathic reductionism is the wrong dog for the hunt when it comes to chronic disease, that their methodology is inconsistent, is incapable of coming up with a cure. It is the wrong ideology. It needs to be abandoned. But no, we're not going to agree to that because the medical doctors, it's too much cognitive dissonance, right? Too much cognitive dissonance. Oh my God, I can't possibly wrap my head around that fact. What am I going to do now? Sell used cars? Well, you're pretty good at pitching ineffective medical treatments. Pretty good at that. So I'm going to assume you'd be really pretty good at selling cars. For goodness sakes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a problem. It's been a problem for a long, long time here. And we are all suffering needlessly because of one mistake that we made. We believed that MDs have the secret decoder ring to all things medical, and that everybody else is a back-of-the-bus quack with substandard dangerous training. They're not real doctors. Well, this assumption on our part, this belief on our part, is killing us, literally. And this belief is extremely deep in our parents' generation. This belief is extremely deep in our grandparents' generation. This belief is starting to bend and starting to buckle in Generation X. And God only knows what the latest generation of human beings on planet Earth are thinking relative to all of this. I have no idea. I'm out of touch with that aspect of society. But in point of fact, heart disease remains bad. Bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad. I think I might have misspoke before. Heart disease is second leading cause of death. Leading cause of death, MD-directed medical treatment. Second leading cause of death, heart disease. Third leading cause of death, cancer. I think that's how it goes. Nonetheless, the leading cause of death, you've got to be kidding me. MD-directed medical treatments, and I guess we're apparently okay with that because the medical insurance industry is robust. The medical insurance industry is robust. It's getting stronger. It's not getting weaker. More and more people are buying into medical insurance. By the way, the Obama administration made this mandatory. You have to buy into medical insurance or you're going to go to jail. So you have to buy entry. You have to pay a fee every month. A hefty fee, by the way, hundreds of dollars a month, in order to give you access to the type of medicine that is completely incapable of doing anything about heart disease, completely incapable of figuring out what causes heart disease or how to cure heart disease, completely incapable. Yeah, I'm going to buy medical insurance to give me access to that. I don't think so. My advice, talk to your accountant. If you're in the United States, if you're in Canada, you're screwed because it's socialized medicine. They take it right out of your paycheck without, you got nothing to say about that. Talk to an accountant, talk to a tax guy, find out what the penalty is if you do not buy medical insurance, pay the penalty, and put money away every month for a health savings account in case you do need to go to the emergency room. Bottom line, fire your medical doctor. They do not know what they're doing. Valerie in Texas is up when we come back.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
Attention, all men. Are you urinating more frequently? Do you wake up to urinate? Are you having a slower, weaker stream? Don't ignore the warning signs of your aging prostate. Get your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Super Beta Prostate is guaranteed to support a more complete emptying of your bladder, a fuller, stronger stream, and less waking at night to urinate.
Super Beta Prostate is a product that I really like. I endorse it. I use it myself. I was very pleasantly surprised that Super Beta Prostate helped me fairly quickly.
Super Beta Prostate is formulated with a natural plant enzyme called beta-cytosterol. It's so powerful, you'd have to take 100 saw palmetto pills to get the same sterols as just one Super Beta Prostate tablet. Don't ignore the warning signs of your aging prostate. Call now to get your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Call 1-800-853-1203. That's 1-800-853-1203. 800-853-1203.
My name's Clyde, age 59, and I reside in Florence, South Carolina. The doctors diagnosed me as having clogged arteries. It felt like I was carrying heavy concrete blocks around my feet and legs. I started taking Heart and Body Extract as directed. It is less than 3 weeks, and I'm like a young man again. It's unbelievable that an herbal formula can work so fast and so powerfully.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
In recent years, we have witnessed the most catastrophic disasters in history. Earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, and more. Legacy Premium Food Storage will prepare you. Our great-tasting non-GMO quality food products have a 25-year shelf life, are the most affordable on the market, and are American-made. They're perfect for hiking, camping, and road trips, too. Be prepared with the best. Go to survivalfoodalliance.com. That's survivalfoodalliance.com.
Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day, and the home security industry wants you to believe that's your only option. They've got hordes of salesmen out there trying to scare you into signing one of their long-term contracts. You get stuck writing huge checks month after month with no way out. It's robbery by contract, and it can cost you thousands. But there's a better way to protect your home. Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe has no contracts. None. You'll get award-winning 24/7 protection. Security professionals watching over your home, ready to instantly send police to the rescue for just $14.99 per month. That's less than half what most companies charge. Protect your home the smart way. Visit simplysafedefense.com today for an exclusive 10% offer and get a free keychain remote worth $25. Only when you go to simplysafedefense.com. simplysafedefense.com.
If you're like me, you're concerned about the stock market and the economy. You're asking the questions, but it just doesn't seem that you're getting the right answers. Well, my friends at the Wealth Preservation Institute not only have the answers, but they've put together a free report, How to Survive the Upcoming Economic Collapse and Protect Your 401ks, IRA savings, and retirement income. Don't hesitate. This report's for free for a limited time by calling 888-772-2929. That's 888-772-2929. Take back your financial lives today.
Hey, Valerie, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. Good morning. I'm calling because I have some questions. I've been suffering through gallstones attacks for about a year, and in August, I had my gallbladder removed. Now, that was like my fourth attack. Went into the emergency room, told me that I have a severe infection. They somewhat got it under control, and then they removed my gallbladder because they said it was infected, severely infected. So now I'm here without a gallbladder, and my mom and I do some sort of nutrition supplements and try to take care of it without having to go to the doctors itself. She's been giving me ox bile, and I started taking that. Haven't really noticed too much with it, but the one thing I have noticed, especially within this week, I've put on weight, like a tire around the belly area, which I've never had before. I'm 39 years old, just had it taken out, and now I've noticed that I've never been overweight, pretty conscious about my health, and now notice that I'm having some difficulty with digestion.
Well, yeah, so there's a couple of things going on here that you need to understand. Number one, the problem with the gallbladder, right? There was a problem metabolically in your body. Something was wrong in your body for such a long time that the gallbladder was negatively affected. Now, medical doctors are of the opinion that you don't need your gallbladder, you don't need your tonsils, you don't need your adenoids, you don't need your ovaries, you don't need your uterus right after you enter menopause, you don't need your appendix, you don't need your knees, you don't need your hips, you don't need your shoulders. You might as well just get fake ones, right, and have all those other organs, parts of your body removed, because it's only a matter of time until they go south. And so the medical doctor is not concerned with understanding, figuring out, nor addressing, nor curing what caused the gallbladder to become funky in the first place. And because gallbladder surgery is so easy for them to do now, it is a cash cow that they're going to recommend you have gallbladder surgery, whether in point of fact you need it or not. Because, like the fella said, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. But nonetheless, the deed has been done. Whether you, in point of fact, needed gallbladder surgery or not, they took it out, and now you're left with two problems. Number one, the metabolic instability, the metabolic insufficiency, the weakness in your body, which existed before they did the surgery, is still there. The surgery does not fix that. The funky gallbladder was not the disease. It was the result of the disease, right? And number two, now you don't have a gallbladder, so you're going to have to deal with the ramifications of that. So the gallbladder concentrates bile, which the liver makes, and then it squirts bile into the digestive tract when it needs to in order to help the body digest food, especially fat. So because you no longer have the gallbladder, you're going to need to supplement your diet every day and give your digestive tract the stuff that the MDs took away. And this is bile. And so you need a really good high-quality digestive enzyme. The only one that I'm aware of that's available over the counter, that I would recommend somebody take that has bile in it is made by the Longevity Company. Okay. You need 1 or 2 bottles a month of Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes. And when you get that, I'd like you to start with 1 capsule before a meal for a couple of days, and then do 2 capsules before a meal for a couple of days, and see whether or not you feel a difference. Generally speaking, if you're having, a small meal, you'll probably be able to get away with 1 capsule at the beginning of the meal. And if you have a larger meal, or a meal that has a lot of cheese in it, or a lot of, dairy products or fat, then you might need 2 or you might need 3. You're going to have to let your body be the judge. So Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes, you have to take that supplement at the beginning of a meal, not in the middle and not at the end. It'd be better, as a matter of fact, if you could take it 15 minutes before you eat the meal, but that's hard for people to remember how to do. So make sure you take that supplement at the beginning of the meal. And we're coming up against a hard break here now, Valerie. When we are on the other side of the commercial break, I'll tell you what you can do to help address the problem that made the gallbladder get funky in the first place. I'm so glad that you called. Ladies and gentlemen, another victim of conventional medical treatment. I am Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. Stick around. We are talking to Valerie in Texas, and we're trying to help her recover from a bad run that she's had lately. Valerie, are you still with me?
Yes.
Okay, Valerie, how much do you weigh?
Well, now it seems like I've put on an additional 10 pounds since the surgery. I'm at 155.
Okay, so are you taking prednisone?
No.
Are you taking, what meds do they have you on?
No kind of medication.
So you're not on any pain meds, you're not on any anti-inflammatories, and you're not on any antibiotics right now? No,
no antibiotics. I've finished all of that after the month. It happened in August. August 22nd was my surgery.
Okay. All right. Very good. So here's the recommend. So I'm sorry, I missed the current. So what's your total body weight right now?
155.
Okay. So at my website, drglidden.com, drglidden.com, we have a list of the 10 bad foods, or 12 bad foods now. I'd like you to download that list. It's free. Download the list of the 12 bad foods, and that's the first thing you need to do, is you need to stop eating 12 foods, because these foods will contribute to ill health over time. You need to eliminate them from your diet completely, utterly, and totally. Step 1. Step 2, in addition to the Ultimate Enzymes, here's what I would recommend you take. Purchase every month and swallow every day. At 155 pounds, I would get 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. It's called a Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. I would get 1 of those. I would get 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, and 4 bottles of a product called Good Herbs. This is also sold by Longevity. Good Herbs Liver and Gallbladder Support. 4 bottles of the Good Herbs Liver and Gallbladder Support every month. So that's 4 liver and gallbladder support, 3 Ultimate Selenium, 1 or 2 Ultimate Enzymes, and 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, and give that a run for 3 months. Now, I'm going to bet you 25 cents that simply by eliminating the 10 bad foods, you're going to lose the 10 pounds that you gained after the surgery. And then moving forward, when you saturate your body with the raw materials that it's needed your entire life, many things are going to start to improve, right? Because our basic supposition here is that all chronic disease is directly, not indirectly, directly related to nutrient deficiencies. But, we don't have any experience with this. We don't have any knowledge of this. We don't have any facility here And we're just kind of all walking around blindly following the ridiculous advice of the old-fashioned, outdated Machiavellian monopolistic MD. So when we finally snap out of it and give to the body the stuff that is needed our entire life, many things will brighten up, right? Mood gets better, energy gets better, appetite gets better, weight gets better, sleep gets better, little aches and pains get better. So I would gainsay that, even though this has been a tough run for you, Valerie, that moving forward, you should anticipate a lot of kind of clear sailing in bright blue sky, sunny days with your health, because, you're finally going to be in step with what nature demands. And when you go against the rules, when you swallow the wrong food every day because your ridiculous medical doctor is clueless about it, and your body is consistently undernutrified, your body breaks down and gets worse and worse and worse and worse, but we get used to it. And we look around and the same thing's happening to everybody. We think it's just life. And if the MDs can't figure it out, well, nobody can figure it out. And this is the biggest problem that we make. This is a mistake. Your medical doctor may be the nicest person God ever created, but they don't know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in. And like the fella said, how's that working for you? So that's 2 bottles of Ultimate Enzymes a month, 4 bottles of the Good Herbs Liver and Gallbladder Support, 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, and 1 package Beyond a Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. Eliminate the 12 bad foods. Give that a run for 90 days, Valerie, and call us back every 4 weeks with a report. I will look forward to it. Let's go to Ohio next and talk to Michael. Hey, Michael, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden. I use longevity products, try to stay off of the now 12 bad foods, and I'm trying to follow what using antioxidant response and circulatory supplement from Good Herbs. And I'm attempting to get my heart rate from the high 30s, low 40s up to a more operational level.
So the problem is that your heart rate is low.
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, very good. So for how many years has your heart rate been low?
I actually don't know. It's only come to my awareness in the last few months. I thought it was a fluke when it occurred because my most pressing problem was a back issue, which longevity products have solved that for me for the most part. Just in the last couple of weeks, so noticing, a little lightheadedness, and decided maybe I should check my blood pressure and pulse. Blood pressure was fine, but the pulse is low, and in the 30s becomes not easy to really do much.
So, has this been something that's been slowly creeping up on you, or is this something that you've been dealing with, for a long time, the low pulse rate, or don't you really know?
I actually don't know. I think it's probably slowly coming up on me because I would have otherwise, in other words...
yeah, you would have been feeling like you do now for a long time, right? Right.
Yeah, and I have not. I've been pretty active and...
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. What was the nature of the back problem that you had? Was that ever diagnosed definitively? Was it degenerative disc disease? Was it scoliosis? Was it osteoarthritis? Do you even know?
I don't know because I chose, my a chiropractor was my doctor of choice, and he kept me functioning pretty well. The Nuka technique is what he uses.
Yeah, man. I love chiropractors, man. A good chiropractor is worth their weight in gold. No kidding. So
he changed my life.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, right? Saved your life. And did your medical insurance pay for it, by the way? Did it pay for any of the chiropractic stuff?
Very, very little.
Yeah, very little. You should write a letter, man, to I don't know who'd you write the letter to, someone who's in charge of the delivery of medicine in your state and complain. But that's another story. So right, in diagnostic science, Michael, there's a saying, when you hear hoofbeats, you think about horses before you think about zebras, right? Which means you think about the most common things that cause things before you start thinking about weird things that cause things.
Okay.
So whenever we have a problem with the pulse, which is, the heartbeat, how your heart is beating, whether it's too slow, too fast, or just right, we need the Goldilocks zone, right? The first thing to think about is a problem with your back, because the nerves that come out of your back, well, right, we've got the brain, and then the brain coalesces in the back of the brain into the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a big bundle of nerves. It goes all the way down your back into your tailbone, and it's protected by your backbone, the vertebrae in your backbone, and all of the nerves that innervate most of the body come out of the spinal cord and go to different parts of the body. This includes the nerves that regulate the beating of the heart. So if you have a problem with a high pulse rate or a low pulse rate or an erratic pulse rate or anything, the first thing to consider is that you have a problem in your mid-back. You might have degenerative disc disease. So I would have the chiropractor assess the middle of your back. Might even want to take an x-ray, a digital x-ray, and look to see what's going on in the middle of your back. Now, NUCA chiropractic only addresses the top two vertebrae, the top two, the atlas and the axis. It only addresses those two vertebrae. And, the idea is that has a trickle-down effect on the rest of your spine. Well, if you have degenerative disc disease in the middle of your back, then the NUCA is not going to be able to help that. You need medical nutrition to be able to help that. But we need to know whether or not that's at play or not, right? Because we don't want to be, we don't want to be fishing in the wrong pool. So okay. I would have someone assess the middle of your back. Tell them that you spoke to a naturopathic doctor and he thinks that the problem with your pulse might be related to a problem with degenerative disc disease in your back. They'll know exactly which vertebrae to look at, because there's only 4 vertebrae, if memory serves me correct, that could be at play here, because that's, where the nerves come out that go to your heart. But that's what I would check out first. And then call me back on the radio show with a report, and I'll tell you what to do once someone figures that out. Does that sound like a plan, Stan?
I really appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, Michael. And, we're all in this together. And we need to spread the word here. I mean, we really do. We need to spread this word. If you tell 2 people a month about longevity, and they tell 2 people a month, 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 well, over the course of a year, you're going to have tens of thousands of people that you have helped. Tens of thousands of people that you have helped. And how many people did you need to help to? And then you needed to teach them how to help, how to get to, and they teach to how to get to, and that's how we're going to change the world. But this is not going to happen if we all just stay at home and, take care of ourselves and fix our own bodies, and then we don't do anything about it. So this is a clarion call, Michael. Spread the word as far and as wide and as quickly as possible about the unheralded benefits of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a grassroots coalition of the informed, and it is my sworn sacred duty to educate people as much as is humanly possible about the unheralded benefits of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition, because conventional medical doctors have let us down, and they have let us down hard. It is a problem. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And ironically, there is a solution for all of this. There is something that people can do right now today. And it's inside of everybody's grasp. It's inside of everybody's reach. You don't need a private consultation with a holistic health doctor. You need education. A little bit of education goes a long, long way here, and that's what gets us out of the bed in the morning. I am your steadfast advocate for health. Become an advocate yourself at drglidden.com. Stick around. Well, I left my happy home because the MDs killed me. Well, I guess I wouldn't. Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a world of hurt here, and we're in a world of hurt for no other reason than we are completely embedded in the cultural myth of the MD. We have become hypnotized by the socialization which leads us to believe that MDs know everything about everything and everybody else is a back of the bus quack, and look what's happened to our health while we have given them the keys to the kingdom. I'm going to finish up the show right now with Elias in Florida. Elias, you called just in time. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah,
What's up?
I asked that question in the chat about that's actually my mother-in-law, and they're actually going to release her, and she's going to come and stay with us. But we're just kind of wondering, we're going to try to help her pay for some of this stuff, what we can do for her.
Oh, I get it. So what Elias is referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is if you are a Dr. Glidden advocate, which you need to be on my website, to Dr. Glidden Advocate, it's a monthly subscription, $20 a month. In addition to archived webinars and live health events that I do every week, you will have access to a live video stream of this radio program and a live chat room where you can chat with other members and ask questions. It's a great community. Check it out, drglidden.com. Become a health Dr. Glidden advocate. So Elias was in the chat room, and he asked me a question that I answered during the break. His mom's in a world of hurt. Can you tell the listening audience, Elias, what she's up against?
Yeah, she's dealing with cardiomyopathy, congestive heart failure. She has liver cirrhosis, moderate kidney disease. They had her gallbladder taken out. She's got some difficulty swallowing, so she's taking a bunch of meds based on all that stuff. She's had some
man. So how old is she?
She's 69, about 150 pounds.
Okay, so what's her approximate body weight? Do you know?
150 pounds.
Okay, good. So here's what I would do for the first 4 weeks, okay?
Yep.
I would do 3 bottles of plant minerals a month. 3 bottles of plant minerals, that's 1 ounce 3 times a day. Now, you can also do the cherry mints or the kiwi mints, right? I don't care. One of the 3, I'd like her to do 3 bottles a month, 1 ounce 3 times a day. The next thing would be 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid, except I'd like her to have the Healthy Pack with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine tablets instead of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine powder.
Oh, great. Okay. Actually, I was wanting to do that. Great. Okay.
Yeah, the tablets instead of the powder for her. Last but not least, 3 bottles of selenium. 3 bottles of selenium a month. And if there's any more room in the budget, the Good Herbs circulatory support. Good Herbs circulatory support.
Awesome.
That's what I would start with, right? Well, and also, I'm sorry, because she doesn't have a gallbladder, right? The enzyme. She's going to need 1 bottle of enzymes a month. Okay. That's what I would start with. See how she does. The most important thing, interestingly enough, inside of all of that would be the plant minerals, right? She needs minerals, and oftentimes when we give minerals to people that are in a world of hurt like this, it makes their body rally. It kind of brings them up a notch or 2, and then it makes it easier for the other supplements to work. It makes it easier for them to eat. It kind of, takes the edge off, and it's a really good place to start. Of course, you want to give her everything and see if she tolerates it, right?
Right.
But if she has trouble tolerating the full boat in the first couple of weeks, then, every 2 or 3 weeks, you want to add the stuff that she couldn't tolerate before, because the intention here is to build health. You don't start running 10 miles. You start running 100 yards, and then 200 yards, and then 300, and then a quarter of a mile, and then a half a mile, and it's like that. So appreciate your trust. Let us know what happens here, Elias. I like to keep track of these things very, very much. I appreciate your support very much, and best of luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you at the end of your rope? Are you sick and tired? Are you done? Are you done yet with conventional medicine? You need to be. You should be. drglidden.com is where you and everybody in your life needs to go. Educate yourself about the simple steps you can take right now to get on the other side of chronic health conditions. Become a Dr. Glidden advocate today. Live long and prosper, ladies and gentlemen. See you around campus.
You heard the discussions all over the radio. You couldn't believe what you were hearing. You trusted them. How could you have not seen the signs? You felt betrayed. Outrage set in. Your emotions began to consume you. Then, nothing. Now they're talking football. Days turn to weeks and months. Then, you've forgotten. But they haven't. They're still monitoring your every move. It's coming. Monitor blockitpocket.com. Or will you forget?
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't take on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
Do you lay awake at night and worry about the health and safety of you and your loved ones? Do you wonder what would happen if you weren't able to get to a hospital or doctor? How can you keep your family safe against the deadly pathogens that are beginning to emerge in the world today? Give yourself peace of mind with Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver is turning heads around the world as a new weapon in the fight against bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Supernatural Silver can be taken internally or used topically to help the body's own immune system fight off disease much more effectively. Supernatural Silver has been tested at independent universities and laboratories around the world and has been proven to be safe and highly effective against some of the planet's deadliest pathogens. There is no better product to have in your home for daily use or emergency preparedness. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, use the code SILVER2015 for 20% off, and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Your house is under attack. Every day, our homes and families are attacked by harmful gases, mold, and pollutants caused by everyday activities. According to the EPA, indoor air can be 5 to 100 times worse than outdoor air. And the American Lung Association states that poor indoor air can cause infections and chronic lung diseases such as asthma. Protect your family with a complete indoor air quality package from Wave Home Solutions. Wave ventilation units for basements and crawl spaces reduce moisture that nourishes mold, odors, dust mites, and expels gases and pollutants. Add the Wave 6-stage air purifier to get rid of the viruses, chemicals, and pollutants upstairs for a complete indoor air quality solution. A healthy home is the best investment you can make. Visit WaveHomeSolutions.com. That's WaveHomeSolutions.com or call 888-758-WAVE. That's 888-758-WAVE.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
In recent years, we have witnessed the most catastrophic disasters in history. Earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, and more. Legacy Premium Food Storage will prepare you. Our great-tasting non-GMO quality food products have a 25-year shelf life, are the most affordable on the market, and are American-made. They're perfect for hiking, camping, and road trips, too. Be prepared with the best. Go to SurvivalFoodAlliance.com. That's SurvivalFoodAlliance.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
A lot of people's lives and bodies are out of balance. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops optimize pH level and get rid of harmful waste and acid. Just a few drops in water restores vibrance and energy and gets you back in balance. Now order 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Sign up for monthly auto shipping and save 25%. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
My dad was 59 when he collapsed from a heart attack late last year. Just this past August was when we spread his ashes on the St. Croix River. I loved my dad, but boy was he stubborn. He hadn't been to the doctor in over 25 years. His excuse? He simply couldn't afford it. He wasn't a rich man by any means. At less than $107 per month, LibertyOnCall.org would have been the perfect alternative for my father. Don't wait. Go to LibertyOnCall.org right now, for not just your sake, but for the sake of your loved ones. Again, that's LibertyOnCall.org.
It's time to kick some ash because cigarettes have met their match. Smokers are switching to Vaporite e-liquid by LeSig because when you kick ash, you kick tar and smelly smoke too. LeSig smokes the competition with real people customer service, a 7-day satisfaction guarantee, and same-day fast free shipping. Become a vapor today at LeSig.com, spelled LECIG.com. LeSig e-cigarettes. Kick some ash.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and bad tweets can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? Reputation.com can protect your good name. Get a free consultation now at 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from Reputation.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771.
In recent years, we have witnessed the most catastrophic disasters in history. Earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, and more. Legacy Premium Food Storage will prepare you. Our great-tasting non-GMO quality food products have a 25-year shelf life, are the most affordable on the market, and are American-made. They're perfect for hiking, camping, and road trips, too. Be prepared with the best. Go to SurvivalFoodAlliance.com. That's SurvivalFoodAlliance.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week.
You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.